I am a storyteller. Many people don't know the difference between a storyteller and a liar. I'll tell you, a liar is always trying to hide something and cover it up so that people can't see. But a storyteller is always trying to uncover something so that everyone could see. That's why I'm a storyteller. Today, I'm going to tell you a fable. A fable is a story that you can learn a lesson from. By the end of this story, you should be able to say, I know something about life a little better because of that story. This is an old Chinese story, the story of the Stonecutter. Long ago in China, there was a man who had one job. Each day, he had to climb a mountain with his hammer, and he would just chip, chip, chip away little pieces of stone. Chip, chip, chip. All day, he worked, chipping away at the mountain, and the stones fell down into the village. Once they got down there, people would pick up these pieces of stone and they used them to make roads, to build houses. They even made pretty jewelry with them. Someone told me that they even built a great wall in China using these stones. But this man's job was just to do one thing every day. Chip, 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 chip away at the mountain. Well, one day he was working and it started to get pretty hot. He perspired and sweat was rolling down his face, and he looked up at the sun, saying, "Wow, I bet the sun is the strongest thing in the whole world. I sure wish I was the sun." Well, it might surprise you because it sure surprised him, but just like that, this man became the sun. When he was the sun, he shined down on the earth and made all the plants and trees grow strong and healthy. And he thought, this is a good job. I like being the sun. Until one day, a cloud came in front of the sun. And no matter how he tried to shine, he couldn't shine through that cloud. So the man said, you know what? I think the cloud is stronger than the sun. I sure wish I was a cloud. Well, just like that, this man became a cloud. And when he was a cloud, he gave people cool shades so they could rest. And he rained down on the earth so that plants, animals, and every living thing would have fresh water to drink and grow. And he really liked that job, being cloud. Until one day, the wind began to blow. And the wind just blew the cloud wherever it wanted the cloud to go. And the cloud said, you know what? This means that the wind is stronger than a cloud. I sure wish I was the wind. Just like that, this man became the wind. And when he was the wind, he had big fun. He blew the leaves all over the ground. He blew people's hats off their heads. He just thought that was great, being the wind. Until one day, he blew against a mountain. And no matter how hard he tried to blow, this man couldn't move this mountain. He said, I sure wish I was a mountain. You know what happened. Just like that, this man became the mountain. But no sooner had he become the mountain than he heard a sound on his shoulder. Chip, 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 chip. You know who that was. Right, the Stonecutter. Can you think of any lesson you should learn from this story? Right. There's gonna always be someone who you think is stronger than you, faster than you, smarter than you, prettier than you. Well, maybe there's nobody prettier than you. But you always think there's somebody better than you. But there's one thing you could do better than anyone else, and that is to be yourself. And I guarantee, if you just be happy with who you are, be the best that you can be, and be yourself, no one else will be able to do that. Our lesson for today, be yourself.